King Midas. King Midas ruled over a peaceful land, rich with fields and orchards, where the days followed a steady rhythm. He was known as a careful ruler, attentive to his people and thoughtful in his decisions. But above all else, Midas loved gold. He admired its weight in his hands, its brightness in lamplight, the way it seemed unchanged by time. Gold felt certain to him in a world where many things were not. One day, as Midas walked through his gardens, he came upon an old man sleeping among the roses. His clothes were worn, his hair tangled, and his face marked by long travel. Midas recognized him as Silenus, a companion of the god Dionysus. Rather than sending him away, Midas ordered that Silenus be cared for. For several days, the old man was given food, shelter, and conversation. When he was ready to leave, Midas saw that he was returned safely to Dionysus. The god was pleased. As a reward, Dionysus offered Midas a single wish. The king did not pause to consider. "Grant me this," he said, "that whatever I touch may turn to gold." Dionysus looked at him for a moment. "Are you certain?" he asked. Midas assured him that he was. And so the wish was granted. At first, Midas felt wonder. He touched a branch, and it hardened into gold. He lifted a stone, and it gleamed in his palm. Even the dust beneath his feet shimmered when he brushed it aside. He walked through the palace, testing the gift again and again. Tables, doors, and chairs all changed beneath his hands. Gold was everywhere. When he sat down to eat, servants brought him bread and fruit. Without thinking, Midas reached for them. At once, the food turned to gold. He lifted a cup of wine. It too became cold and solid in his grasp. Only then did the joy begin to fade. Hunger came quietly. Thirst followed. Everything meant to sustain him was now unreachable. The palace, once warm and familiar, had become rigid and lifeless. Midas pushed the food away and sat alone. As the hours passed, the weight of his wish became clear. Nothing living could remain unchanged by his touch. Nothing nourishing could be taken. Even comfort was denied him. At last, worn down by his regret, Midas called out to Dionysus. He begged the god to take the gift back. Dionysus heard him. "You have learned what you needed to learn," the god said. "Now go to the river Pactolus. Wash yourself in its waters, and your power will be carried away." Midas went at once. He travelled quietly, weak from hunger and sorrow, until he reached the river. Kneeling at its edge, he placed his hands into the flowing water. As he did, the gift left him. The river carried it away, and from that day on, its sands were said to glimmer faintly with gold. Midas returned home, changed. Gold no longer held the same meaning for him. He ruled more simply, content with what sustained life, rather than what merely shone. And though the memory of his wish remained, it served him as a quiet reminder that not everything that gleams is meant to be held.